I saw a meme that said 20 years from now, the world will be ran by kids that was homeschooled by alcoholics. Funny, yes. Scary, even more to somebody like me. I stopped drinking 5 years ago. And it was due to many reasons. And I would like to share them with you because maybe it can inspire you. Or you can tell me to shut up. A lot of people tell me to shut up because they like to drink. However, I haven't gone to one scripture, and it's simply do not be drunk with wine, which is dissipation, but be filled with the Spirit. Anyone who's known me, met me, encountered me in any capacity, you will possibly know that I'm a happy person. I'm always energetic. My ADHD works in overtime. I wake up like this. I go to sleep like this. I'm never down. And even if I am, back when I stopped drinking, I asked myself pivotal questions. What are you using it for? And what good is it doing you? What am I using it for? I wasn't using it to help me cope with sadness because when my dad died, I put the drink down so I could feel every emotion. I like to go through things so I can get past things. So that was one of the things. I didn't use it for sadness. I mostly used it recreationally. So then I'm asking myself, if you're using it recreationally, is it making you happy? Is it making you party more? Like, is it an upper? I found that it was more of a downer. Like, my knees get weak. I start to slur, get a little woozy. My heels, like I was ready to take my shoes off, even though God knows I would never. Honey, don't ever take your shoes off in public, but that's a whole nother story. And it was just so much. It's so many topics that you can talk about with drinking. For me, one time I found $50 in one of my jeans pocket, and the first thing I thought was, "Ooh, I'm gonna go get me a bottle of Patron." I was one of those people that most every Friday, if not every, I had a bottle in my freezer, whether it was Patron, Ciroc. I was a heavy drinker. I ain't gonna lie to you. Wine don't do nothing for me. Even now, people offer me wine. I'm like, child, I'm built like a whole horse over here. So if you're going to try to take me down, I'm going to need to bring, the old stuff back out. Which is no point in. Because like I said, I'm a happy person. I don't use it. And then my third topic, money. Why in the hell would you take your money and spend it on something that depletes your vibrancy? Like, I don't want anything to alter my behavior. I want to be 100% genuine. I want to be thinking clear. I just want to be myself. And I find that I'm more myself when I'm not inebriated. I'm sure like anybody else, a lot of people like to say, drunk, mind speaks a sober tongue or something like that. Honey, child, let me tell you something. I will say anything, brother, I'm sober or drunk. Anybody who knows me know this mouth ain't got no filter, and it won't take me a drink to tell you get the hat on, or I don't like you, or whatever the case may be. So you don't need alcohol to, help you with your inhibitions and things like that. I mean, some people, if it makes you feel sexy, then by all means. This is not a conversation for you to quit necessarily. This is a conversation just for you to start a conversation with yourself, your family member, or your friend, whoever you're close to. I take it serious because of my fourth topic. We have kids. A lot of us are very influential in our homes. Some of our kids will learn from what we do. Some will learn from what we don't do. They all are watching, nevertheless. Some will pick up on some of our bad habits. Some won't. I found that my 13-year-old would be really proud in moments like if somebody asked me for a drink, she'd be like, "My mother don't drink." So that gave her like a sense of, like she can be a cheerleader for that. She can advocate for that. So that was a really good thing. And then my biggest thing was getting home to these kids. Because a lot of the time when we're just social drinkers, I was a social drinker. I didn't necessarily sit in the house to drink because that's boring as hell. Who wants to do that? But I would be out. And it was times when I either wouldn't go home, and that my daughter was already gone. So it wasn't really about going home to her necessarily. It was just about being able to be home for her, not dead somewhere, not, So I it would be times where I woke up the next morning and be like, young, what happened? Or how did I get home? Or I remember having to have a friend to drive me home. I was that messed up. So I never wanted to feel like that again. Once I decided that I didn't want to drink anymore, it was a lot of things. Health is another major thing. Like, if we want to really say health is wealth, we're going to talk about our money. We got to talk about our temples. If your body is the most important thing to you, why are you killing your liver? Like, and then a lot of the times with the whole liver thing, we don't even hydrate ourselves properly. Some of us don't get the proper sleep, which is a hydration issue. Some of us don't drink a whole gallon of water or more a day, hydration issue. So it's just, we have to be more conscious of what we do to ourselves. Again, especially those of us who have an influence. I know sometimes it's the fun, cool thing to do, but at this age, who even gives a shit about being cool? And I found it more satisfying for me to say that I didn't do what everybody else was doing versus, doing what everybody else was doing. So that's another thing that just kept me away from it. Like I said, it's all fun and games, and this is coming from a loving place because I really want us to just be more conscious about what we do to ourselves and the influence that we have in our community. So I hope this doesn't fall on deaf ears or come off however. But just take it into account. Think about it.